shootings in just 24 hours. The city of Newark hasn't seen violence like this in quite a while.
I want to start tonight. The truth is, the challenges we face are not just the fault of one man or one party. It's the fault of one man. I mean, think about it. How many years, how many decades have we been talking about solving our healthcare crisis? How many presidents have promised to end our dependence on foreign oil? How many jobs have gone overseas in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s? And we still haven't done anything about it. And we know what? In every election, politicians come to your cities and your towns and they tell you what you want to hear. It's the fault of one man. They make big promises. They lay out all these plans and policies. But then they go back to Washington when the campaign's over. Lobbyists spend millions of dollars to get their way. The status quo sets in. And instead of fighting for health care or jobs, Washington ends up fighting over the latest distraction of the week. Distraction of the week. Ends up fighting over the latest.
Senate 3-1. He broke every spending record in this state out of the race.
They make the
Tomorrow of shared prosperity, world leadership, for peace reasons. After 7 long years, President Bush, we've got our work cut out for us. And we don't have a minute to waste. So we're talking about our problems and start solving them. And
we are here because we can't afford to keep doing what we've been doing for another 4 years.
we've been blessed by
The same Washington players and expect a different result.
It's interesting always to hear what they have to say and what they don't say. Or Obama sort of.
That's what we're getting out of the policies of George B. Washington Gaines.
start solving them. And start solving them. And start solving them. And
It's done. Not now.
the presidency is the toughest job in the world. But the pressures of a campaign are nothing compared to the pressures of the White House. And to
Play the same.
and to
And they tell you what you want to hear. Here's how many things.
and to
And we've been talking about how many presidents are dependent on foreign oil. We are here because we can't afford to keep doing what we've been doing.
We don't have a minute of prosperity, world leadership. For 7 long years, President Bush, we've got our work.
Our dependence on foreign oil.
Campaigns are nothing.
Saturn was referred to, as I said, its symbol was the 6-pointed star. Today we call it the Star of David. Saturn was referred to as El. E-L. El was the god Saturn in the old Phoenician Canaanite system. And consequently, anyone that promoted the worship of El is where we get the word elder. How did you get to be an elder? You got El elected. So therefore we have El elections. Now that you have been El elected to be an elder, now you are one of the El elites. Now you have moved up like in an elevator. You are now moved up in society. Consequently, it's all money. It's all manipulation and exploitation coming out of Phoenicia, Cana. It goes back to the old Sumerian, Babylonian systems of words and terms and symbols and emblems that have been used to manipulate the whole human race. Because our masters don't give a damn about you or your family or your destiny with God. All they care about is what they have always cared about, and that's controlling the whole damn world. If anything's going to happen in this country to turn it around, we're going to need a renaissance, an intellectual, spiritual renaissance. Because you can't do it with arms. Adolf Hitler rose to power the same way George Bush did. It's just simple. Adolf Hitler, that it works every time. I'm ashamed of this country, and I'm ashamed of Americans who drive a US flag on their car and not even realize it's not an American flag. All you gotta do is do your homework. You find out that is a United States and an original United States flag, because an original United States flag has these stripes going vertical, not horizontal. But who the hell knows that? Who cares? I mean, we just put a flag on your car and drive around like a fool.